Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of MedTalk with me. I'm Dr. Tavish Pandit, and I today have with me a very special guest, Dr. Prathyusha Marathi. So I'm calling her special not just because she's one of the toppers of this recent FMGE June 22 examination with an amazing score of 214. I'm calling her special also because she happened to be my classmate, and we were together for almost 4 years in the same class. But we did not used to interact much because we were busy in our own worlds. So maybe that could be a reason this interview will be fun. So even I'll get to know very new things about her this time. So first, a very warm welcome to you, Dr. Prathyusha.
Thank you so much. And I'm happy to be here today, to talk to you and everybody. I mean, this will help so many people.
Yes.
I'm very much happy.
Exactly, that's the purpose. And how are you feeling like after clearing this examination?
I'm literally totally happy about this thing. Like, I did not expect such a good score. I was not expecting it, but at the end of the day, I felt my hard work paid off. All the efforts what I've put have finally paid off. I'm very happy.
Yes. Exactly. You have got an amazing score, 214. So,
yeah.
Especially this time, there are very few people that I know who have scored more than 200. So regarding that, what was your reaction to this examination, this particular June 22 examination?
Actually, I said many of my friends that, my paper did not go well because the first paper, I felt it was pretty it was not typical. Like every year what we get, right? It was not typical. It was totally different. Like all the one-liners, and it was out of the, what we expected, that things did not come. Like it was totally different. So my first paper did not go well. That is what I said everybody. My second paper was a little bit okay because it was easy. I felt it was like clinical. I felt it was good. That was my reaction actually.
No, I felt exactly the same way. Like the first paper was either I have scored or I have no idea. In second paper, I still had something like, okay, I can give a smart guess. So second paper helped. Okay, so let's talk about the college days. So when did you came to the Philippines?
I came in the year 2016. I started with my psychology.
Okay, AB psychology.
Yeah, I started with my AB Psych. Then I joined medicine. Actually, it was fun. Like I was very eager to learn so much about, I was very eager to do medicine. I missed my seat with only few marks in India. So I just, through my friend, I got into Philippines.
Okay. So
it was totally fun. Many
are you
people
happy with that
also.
decision that you came to Philippines or?
Yeah, actually that is the thing I was about to tell you. Like many people scared me totally. Like they were telling me you could not do anything. Like if you study abroad, those standards does not match with the standards what we study in India. So many people scared me off actually when I started medicine. But then slowly I started to believe in myself. Like when I was studying, right, you will get that confidence as you go ahead. Like, you can do it, So I got and many seniors supported me actually. This is the thing which, kept me going. Many people like inspired me, seniors. They have like helped me with everything. Many seniors guided me, like, what to do, what not to do. I took it from them and I just went ahead. So it was easy for me.
So that's a very nice thing and very inspiring thing. Based on that, I would like to know what was your strategy from the very first year of medicine? Like, what was your go-to approach for preparing for university exams or just basic knowledge?
Okay. Actually, there was no specific strategy. I was just consistent, like I always used to study for every exam. That's it. I never thought of the result. I just kept going no matter what. Like, I got good score in some exams. I could not score well in some. It didn't matter. At the end of the day, I just kept on going. Like I did not give up. So that kept me going throughout medicine.
So were you a topper in university exams as well?
You should know that.
I know that, but audience wants to know that.
Yeah, some few subjects, I did get a really good score, but I would not call myself a topper. But
No,
yeah, I did get really
let
good
me answer
scores
this,
in
guys.
few.
She was a topper. Okay, every now and then we used to see her name in the top rankers of any exam. Like rarely we used to get ranking for any exam. So whichever exam we got, we used to see her name, and basically that's how I know her. Apart from that, another very interesting fact, like she doesn't used to be like, she was not used to be that nerd kind of a person. She was also active in co-curricular activities, and also she used to be a liaison officer for few subjects, and basically the one who manages the class. So based on that, many students, many students in a medical school think that way, like if we'll become a liaison officer, or if we'll start taking responsibility of others, it will put us in unnecessary pressure and our study will suffer.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that?
I don't think that did affect me anything. Like not even as 1% thing, it affected my my studies or my mental strength. It did not affect me like in any way. Like it in fact gave me like a reason to be motivated and be happy and have fun. Like having fun is also important, right? Just studying is not important. So that just gave me that it made me happy, like getting into things and doing exploring things. Like I did explore a lot when it comes to food, when it comes to enjoying with friends, like roaming everywhere. I've traveled well. So I did have a lot of fun. And even this thing administrative part also, this thing also, like it gave me like confident, like in all the aspects of life, like leadership qualities. I knew myself better when I got into those things, so it did not affect anything. It just made me a better person actually.
Wow, that's very inspiring for the students who are always in doubt, having this doubt, like just stick to the books. That only we are supposed to do in college and other co-curricular activities. So very nice points you mentioned there. And apart from that, university exams, okay, you scored good, but what was your source for preparation? Like standard textbooks, videos, YouTube lectures? What was your source?
Actually, I'm a very lazy person. I don't like going through textbooks line by line, but I subscribed Marrow. It did help me a lot. Like, Marrow, I started my preparation 1 year ago, but I wasn't consistent. I mean, I had to travel here and there. I had a lot of things, like there were other things on my plate. So I was always busy. You knew how a college, like, gives assignments
Yes,
and all.
yes,
So
yes.
it always
No,
kept us
but
busy.
you are talking, sorry to interrupt, but you are talking about Marrow just for FMG preparation, right? I'm asking you because many students are worried, like they keep on asking me questions like, we are in first year, we are in second year, shall we take Marrow and Prepladder, or what should be our focus towards? So will you advise them to buy a subscription of Marrow, or they should try, first of all they should try with standard textbooks, and then for the revision part, or maybe in the third year they should jump onto Marrow or Prepladder?
Actually, I don't tell them to I don't tell them to take any one source. But if they ask my personal opinion, no, I feel taking Marrow subscription from the first year, no, it gives them a lot of time to finish every subject, no. So they'll be thorough with every subject. So they'll be like very confident when they come to the like fourth year. They'll be very confident. So that will help them a lot. If even if they take the subscription from first year, no, that will really help them a lot. Like Marrow will build your foundation. So they go very like in-depth explanations. So I think that is necessary. So yeah, that will help a lot. Like if they take it, it will help. But it is up to them. It's not like we did not take Marrow. Like I myself did not take Marrow until third year, but I kept studying books, right? That also did help me a lot. Like because that also gave me the same knowledge at the end of the day. But it is a long process. Like reading by yourself is another one thing, and listening to some experts explain it is a different thing. It'll be easier for you. Like you trying to understand a thing is like totally a different thing, and somebody explaining it to you is totally a different thing. So it'll be easier, obviously, if they take it.
Okay, and similarly they can score good in their university's exams just by taking help from Marrow.
Yeah, definitely they can score good. Like yeah, that will help a lot.
Okay.
And actually
Okay.
it depends on planning also. Like how they plan. Like suppose they are having one subject, like, they're weak in one subject, they keep, like, focusing on that subject, and they score good well in that subject, right? That is how it is. Like, how do you plan? That matters a lot. Planning is the only thing that took me, like, it kept me consistent, I mean, for a long period of time. I
Yeah, so
planned
planning
very,
is
like,
very important.
little. Yeah, it is very important.
Yeah, so based on that, since when did you started like a planned preparation for FMG?
For FMG, probably 8 months or 9 months before FMG exam. Like, planning is actually, I was like, what did I do? My strategy was like, I gave one mock before my preparation. Like, I gave one mock. I saw where I stood. Like, I got my score around 140 or something in my first mock. So I just got the confidence, I can do it. Like, just 10 marks, at least I'll pass. So I started from there. Without preparation, my score was that, but then I kept going. Like, every mock I gave, I noted down and I checked the progress from that mock to this mock. So I gave around 6 mocks. By the time I finished my exam, I gave 6 mocks, but then I analyzed every mock I gave. I mean, suppose I gave one mock, I just go through, like, which subjects I was weak, which subjects I should focus more. So based on that, I kept, like, going on. But I just focused mainly on those 4 subjects, like OB-GYN, IM, surgery, and PSM. These are the 4 subjects which, like, I totally focused. But rest, it totally depended on my mocks. Like, I was good in Dharma, so I did not have to put much efforts in Dharma. Like that, I just, like, analyzed that stuff and I planned according to that. Like, I can finish this subject by this month. So I kept going. Like, I did not waste time. Last 8 months.
Okay, so last 8 months will be majority of the time you would spend on GTs and the analyzing those GTs. And before that, you already completed the video lectures of the subjects.
Actually, I did not complete every subject. I just finished 10 subjects, which I was weak. Like, I thought I haven't touched these subjects in my medicine.
Okay.
Like, I did not do them properly. So I started from those subjects, basically from the beginning, like anatomy, physio, biochemistry. I was literally totally, I had no idea what biochemistry was.
No one in
So
perpetual had idea of biochemistry.
Exactly. So I had to start it from so I had to start from biochemistry, and like I knew, like, what subjects I haven't, like, I did not touch them, and I have no idea, like, what that subject has. So I started from such kind of subjects like pharmacology, biochemistry. I had a lot of time, right? So I went into, like, each and every subject, but I could finish only 10 subjects. I did not touch the other rest 9 subjects. Trust me, till the exam I did not touch them. But yeah, I said you right. I was giving mocks that helped me prepare those rest 9 subjects, but I properly studied. I saw video lectures for only 10 subjects. In fact, I could not finish OB-GYN and surgery till 2 months prior to the exam. Video lectures. I could not finish them. I mean, it is too fast.
Okay, so you were watching simultaneously and giving GTs.
Yeah. In the morning, like morning to evening, I used to watch the video lectures. Like in the evening when I'm tired, I used to give GTs. And then I used to analyze that score in the night while sleeping or something like that. But I could not finish the syllabus till 2 months before the exam. Like till the month of March, I did not touch OB-GYN. Like I started it in the month of March, OB-GYN.
Okay.
So yeah.
How will you rate the mocks of Marrow? Like, how many questions you felt like they came from Marrow? Because many students keeps on asking, like how much we are supposed to score in mocks that can, reflect into our final examination, that is the FMG. So do you feel like there is any relation between these two scores, and how many questions are, coming from the mocks into the exam?
Actually, I felt like, I have given very few mocks in Marrow. Like I have given one national mock, which was at the end. And I guess I gave another one mock. I had given only 2 mocks from Marrow. But since I've studied Marrow notes, right, I felt majority of the questions were covered by Marrow notes. Definitely. Like whatever was asked in the exam, right? Yeah, definitely. It was too vast, right? So obviously it was covered. Yeah, it is too vast. So obviously it was covered by Marrow notes. And at the same time, Prepladder questions, I felt they were a bit complicated. Like, they were like, mocks were a bit complicated. Usually previously what our seniors, like my seniors said me that, if you score around 130 in mocks, right, it means you can clear the exam, like you'll get more than 150 in the exam. But when I attempted my exam, I realized that, if you score 150 in the mocks, you are going to score 150 in the exam. Like it is almost same. Like there is no change. If you're like, it is like an average of all your mocks. Like, you give so many mocks, at the end of the day, what is your average? That will be in your exam. Like it doesn't vary much.
Okay, so I'll be asking you preparation strategies for three kinds of people. Okay, the first one, who are in the first year and second year right now watching this interview, and they want to know, like they are going to give FMG examination, or maybe later they change their plans and plan to give USMLE PLAB and all. So what will be your advice to those students? Following by, I would like to know for those who have just started the clerkship and they have almost around 1 year for the FMG examination, what will be your advice for those? And the last one, the December examination that is going to happen, and there are few students who still don't have any idea and they have not started the focused preparation for FMG, but will be your advice for those?
Okay, to those students who are in first year and second year, they do have a lot of time. Like, they can start from the basics, from Marrow, as I said you earlier, like it'll build your foundations totally clear. So yeah, they can start right now. They don't have to waste time. They'll be far ahead of everybody. Like if they start now preparation, so they'll be good in their whatever subjects, they were lacking before, they would be like good in that. So for them, it is the correct time to start. First years and second years, it is the best time to start. In fact, nobody will tell you to do that. But trust me, it takes small steps, but it is like, just those small steps also matter. Like, they does matter a lot at the end of the day. So, even though if they're like, starting slowly and going slowly, but they should start. It is like correct time to start. And to those people who are like appearing FMG, like who already have an idea, what I suggest them is like revision. Revision is the key to everything. Like, they have, and I think many professors have already said that, like, keep revising. That is what matters. And to me also, like, revision is the only thing that helped me. Like, I did not forget many subjects which I studied. I kept revising continuously. Like, suppose I studied something today. Tomorrow when I'm starting again, I'll first revise that part and then go to the, like, next part. First time it took me like, major chunk of my time. Like it took 1 hour to revise everything. But the third day or fifth day when I went to revise the same thing, it just took me like, 10, 15 minutes. But that will be like registered to you. Like if you keep revising, you won't forget those things. So to those people who already know their subjects and are going to appear, right, revision is everything. They have to keep revising. They have to keep solving as many MCQs as possible. I'm not telling to solve them MCQs because that will come in the exam, but then solving MCQs gave me an idea like what is an important topic, like from where the questions are usually picked. So it'll tell you which topics are really important. Like from this topics, the questions are like they're asking them. So they're very important topics. So you have to study them at any cost. So you know what to choose to study, what is important and what is not. So that also affects a lot. And to those people who are who have no idea, they still have a lot of, yeah. So those who have no idea, literally, I think they don't have to worry because, Prepladder is something which is like, giving you videos in a very short time. Like you can finish them within 6 months of time span. You can finish all the subjects. You will really score good with that also. Like, if you're consistent with all your like which are major subjects from which the questions are usually asked, which are the topics usually like repeatedly asked. Maybe they don't ask exactly the same question, but you'll know the topics, right? This is the important topic, this is not the important topic. If you make a list of them, I used to do that, if I don't remember anything and I know it is an important topic, I used to take a picture of it and I used to save it in my phone, or I used to write it somewhere and keep it. Usually I don't write because I said I'm very lazy. So I don't write. So I take a picture of it and I'll save it. I'll make an album and I'll save it. I made an album like FMG and I've put everything into that. just 2 days or 3 days before the exam, I just go through all of that stuff, which I usually, I think like, I don't remember this stuff, like developmental milestones from pedia. Those things I can never remember. Like at what age, what they do, right? So I don't remember that stuff. So I take pictures and I keep it on my phone and I revise at the end time. So that also helped me a lot. So there is a lot of time, but it all depends on how you plan and, strategize things and go ahead. It is never too late. Like they tell, right? It is never too late. You can start.
Okay, so well, nowadays we know every other person someone has Marrow, someone has Prepladder, and there are other apps in the market as well. But there are some students who just can't afford these apps, because we all know like they charge around 30,000 for 16 months or something like that, 18 months. So that is the thing.
Actually, it is too costly.
Yeah, so that's
for
costly.
those
so
people
certain
also,
yeah.
For those
Please
people
go on.
also, these days it is not difficult to like get material. There is a lot of material everywhere, like in Telegram, and your friends, they keep forwarding you stuff, like without even asking them, they keep sending you. So there is a lot of information out there. Like it is your interest and your plan. As I said, you're planning to study like one subject right now, which is very important. You search that material, definitely you'll get it. Trust me, I am that person who searches material like everywhere, and you'll get it. Like especially in Telegram, you get everything, like every notes you get.
Yeah.
So
I 100% agree with you. Like why Telegram is very important for a medico, and on that topic, a special video is already there on my channel. Like why Telegram is very important for medicos. So following by, yes, we can find the material, and certainly because recently I made a video where we have a conflicting point of view. So in that video, I tell people who are in first and second year that they should not get into the confusion, or in this nowadays I will call it a fish market, since there are so many apps in the market. So they are confused like which app to buy, and they are just into first and second year. And at that point of time, in my opinion, a standard textbook should be the one a student should start to read, because that is the time we have like ample time, and we can understand what a standard textbook is, what is the main crux of that book, and why is that book important. But obviously, as you said, Marrow and Prepladder, Marrow especially, you can buy in first year as well. So since it's a conflicting point and it depends on people to people, but certainly a lot of students cannot afford having Marrow from the first year. If you can afford, yes, you can go on, guys. So I had to clarify this because we were conflicting at this point.
No, actually that textbook part, right? If they are having a lot of time, it is the best thing, to start with your textbooks. Some textbooks literally explain you everything. So it depends. Like if you have a lot of time, I also prefer telling them to go from the books. And yeah, as I said, textbooks and somebody explaining, it is a little bit different. But like it's not like it is not the same. Like you can do, like anything is possible, dude, right now. Like they can start from anything. Just that they have to be determined.
Yes. So following by, yesterday I posted on my Telegram group. So there's a Telegram group, guys. In the description, the link is over there. You can join that channel. So I told them like I'm going to take an interview of a topper. So if you have any questions, you can put down here and I'll ask her directly. So there are a few questions, and I want you to give answers for them rapidly so that we don't extend this video anymore. The first question is from Lorenzo Schulz, and he asks about smart strategy and good strategy. So like according to you, what is a smart study or good strategy?
Like smart strategy is like knowing everything, is like choosing specific things and studying. That is smart strategy. And good strategy is like going from the foundation, like from the basics. That is a good strategy. And being smart and good both helps actually.
Very well answered. Very nice. So the second question is, how much topic repeats from previous year questions?
To be honest, I never studied previous year questions because I had no time to study. So I have no
Really?
idea like they repeated or no, I did not knew. Like I just saw one question which repeated. I
Oh,
don't know if it repeated or no, but I did not study previous year papers. I was still studying the material what I saved.
if you would have read
So
the previous year questions now of FMGs, maybe you would have crossed 250 because, as far as I know, in the second set, the first 30 questions were repeated in the
I did
correct
not know
order.
that.
In order, like no new question was there in first 30 questions. So
Oh
that's
my God, I
that's
did not
even
know
more,
this.
yeah. Wow. No PYQs you
I
did,
did
still
not.
you scored very good. Very nice. Okay. Next question is from FMG Doc. He says, how to deal with uncertainty, knowing if the way you're studying is right or not.
Yeah, actually I also had many doubts about my study strategy, right? I had so many doubts, like what if I don't complete this subject, what if I like lag behind. I seriously did not have time to read papers. Trust me how scared I was. Like I did not study previous year papers.
Yes.
I was very uncertain. Yeah, but then I what I tell, what I'll suggest is like stick to one source and keep going with that source, even if you believe, just you believe in that one thing and just keep going. Don't think about what is the result. I even the source also, I do not tell people to take only Marrow was what was convenient for me. But there are so many other sources where you can study. Just believe in one source. If you keep mixing two or three sources, that will literally affect your everything, basics, everything. It'll mix up. So stick to one source and keep going.
Yes. Yes. Correct. So another question is from FMGE. So he asked shortcuts to pass FMG 150 from scratch. So he's saying, what is the shortcut to score 150 from the scratch?
Studying all the questions which were already asked and analyzing those topics and studying those topics thoroughly. That is the only shortcut what they can go right now. Studying what
Yes.
obviously the topics were repeated, right? Go from those topics. And
Yes.
there are other experts guiding you, saying that these questions will come, so these topics will be repeated, so go through those topics. That is the only shortcut I can tell.
Okay, so another question is from Gum In. He asks how to do small revision of the subjects that you already read.
Yeah, actually this part also I was very scared. I was very scared how to revise the subjects which I finished, because Marrow, as I said you, that too vast, you cannot revise the entire subject before the exam. So what you have to do is when you're studying a subject, no, just I make a separate folder in your phone, saving one subject, have a folder and just put those important stuff which these are important and these things I can't remember, those kind of stuff. I know that will also be too much for you to read, but then that is better than going through the entire book, right? And yeah, as I said, you mocks may give you the best revision, 19 subjects you'll get the revision over there. So that is the best thing.
So the another question is how to deal with FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah, actually you have to believe in yourself, it's okay whatever, it doesn't matter what other person does. And it be focused on what you are doing, what is your plan, and stick to your plan rather than thinking about something else. Just keep going with whatever you believe, that thing matters at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly. So what according to you is the last 15 or 30 days strategy or the last month strategy? This question is asked by AH. By the way, what was your I kept 10 days before my examination that were for revision only. So what was your strategy in the last revision phase?
I have a doubt, was 10 days sufficient for you?
No, but I made it sufficient because I did not look many things. I just focused on Prepladder and the GTs that I could not, the concepts that I used to forget. And I made around 20 pages handwritten notes for them. That's all.
Okay.
And I used to watch the live videos of Doctorial Miss, and I also saw you once there. You were answering the question, and I saw you like Prathyusha is here as well. So, what's your take on that as well? I'll ask that later, but first let's answer this question: 15-30 day strategy.
I had kept 1 month for my revision at the end of it. Like I had to finish whatever I was studying, but like, in the last month, I kept 1 month for my revision. And trust me, that 1 month was also not sufficient. Like, I could not finish because as I said that I had a huge notes to revise, so I couldn't finish. But I did revise in that 1 month 4 major subjects like OB-GYN, PSN, surgery, and medicine. These 4 subjects I could revise. And rest subjects, as I said you earlier, like, GTs, I reviewed everything. Like, where did I go wrong? I read every explanation of the GTs. So that helped me revise all the other 19 subjects also. That was my revision plan for last 30 days. I could revise only 4 subjects.
Okay. So 15-30 day strategy according to you is, by the way, to manage somehow in all these months, manage to revise all these subjects, not just 4, but almost all the subjects in the last month.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is is rapid revision enough for PSM? And if one needs to do it from, or what should we do with the PSM thing? Should we do it from rapid revision or from main videos?
Obviously, I would suggest them to do from the main videos. But what I felt this time after seeing the paper, what I felt was like, it didn't matter if you do rapid revision or the main videos, because I did both. So I know it didn't matter at the end of the day. So I felt rapid was also sufficient to answer those questions. What did come from PSM, right? It was like, I could answer it with rapid also. So, but I would suggest if in depth, it is good because already the PSM in prep is like short version. So it will be good if you finish everything. But trust me, even rapid also is same effective. Like it gives the same effect. Okay. It is also like, it doesn't matter.
So they are asking if you gave grant test for FMG only or NEET PG as well.
I used to give only for FMGE. But my friends used to give for NEET PG, and then I realized that some NEET PG questions did come in the exam, and I could not answer them. They were my mistakes, and I regretted a lot. But now it is good if you give NEET PG also once in a while. If you have time, go for it. If you don't have time, it is not necessary that you have to give. Only few questions I saw from NEET PG standard, but it will help you.
And obviously you gave from 2 different sources like Prepladder and Marrow, as you already said earlier.
Actually, no. At the end, I gave majority of my mocks in Prepladder. But at the end, right, there was one mock from NLC also, I guess, one national mock. And Marrow also had one national mock. I scored 236 in Marrow mock. So that was good. That was very easy, Marrow's mock. And the other NLC mock, I scored 216. So I felt like approximately I would lie there only. And NLC mock did help me because it was same standard as our paper in the exam.
All right.
Like it was the same standard.
Let me get that question again. The revision sessions in the last month or before any exam, all the YouTube channels or the coaching YouTube channels come live, and they discuss each and every subjects, like 25 frequently asked questions or the high yield topics to revise. So did you attended those live sessions, and were they useful to you or not?
I checked the professors who are telling, who are taking the classes. I have checked one ENT thing from Doc Tutorials because Dr. Rajiv Dhawan used to explain, in that video. So I really like that professor. Like he explains very in detail. So I watched that, and I watched only few subjects, which I said you right. I could not finish every subject. So the subjects which I could not finish, I used to attend them like this, these things, or any other videos also, short videos, which used to give me a quick revision, about those subjects. So those subjects I did attend, but I did not see every video.
Yeah, that's some smart work to do if you are not able to, read a subject and
Finish.
you are short on time, then you can do such smart things. Okay, next question is, how many sources did you use for MCQ practice? Which one did you feel was the most helpful?
I used to solve Marrow question bank. Marrow question bank is really helpful. And as I said you, I did not solve question bank from Prepladder, but I gave mocks in Prepladder. So those mocks did help me. But Marrow question bank was like up to the standard, like to this paper, what we wrote. It was to that standard. So I think, yeah, that Marrow question bank also helped me a lot. Like, that also gave me a grip on my topics.
Okay, nice. For previous year questions, you already told you did not give any PYQs. And okay, following question is also about PYQ. For which subjects you feel revision videos are enough? Either it's rapid revision or Marrow revision.
Yeah, like small subjects like, forensic medicine, dermatology, and anesthesia, these orthopedics, and these small subjects, I think rapid is sufficient. Even it's the same, like in the main videos also, they're going to tell the same things. So I think for these small subjects, right, you can go for rapid revision. But the main subjects like pathology, you cannot go for revision videos. Pathology, you need
Yeah.
to be thorough, because path
Yes.
did help a lot in this exam. So
Yes.
pathology, I suggest go
Even though
with
there
that.
were very, very few images from Path, and like almost each and every subject was integrated with each other, and there was very few one-liners. So it's very important to at least have knowledge for the basic major subjects, because even the minor
Yeah.
subjects are nowadays derived from the major subjects and questions are formed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will not
So
affect you much if you're studying the minor subjects, but these subjects you need to be thorough, like basics.
okay. So that was all. So questions are ended now. And for those who are giving the December examination and they are looking for inspiration right now so that they can work hard each and every day or harder. So for those students, give few words that will inspire them.
Actually, what I feel is like they do have sufficient time to clear the exam, even from today. If they consider, like if they start their preparation from today, right, they still have a lot of time. I mean, they can finish and they can score 150. Like, this exam is just a screening exam. So according to me, if you get 150, it is really great. Like, you're done with this. So I think you still have a lot of time to score well also. Like it depends, I said you, right? Plan well, like, know where you're weak, and, check which subjects you need to study well, which topics you need to focus. This is what keeps you like it will help you a lot in the exam. So you still have a lot of time. Like don't panic, like, I just have 4 months, I don't know what to do. I think even if you start from today, you can literally crack the exam. So just don't panic. Like plan well.
Okay.
Planning is
Okay. So
everything. And
follow-up
revision also.
question on that. So the planning and revision in 4 months, considering these things, what are the three things, or like PYQs, video lectures, rapid revision, what are the things a student must pick and stick to those?
I would tell pick those 4 subjects first, because I felt every year, like not now, I felt every year they've asked from the 4 major subjects like OB and surgery and PSM and medicine. Be thorough with these 4 subjects. These will get you like, a lot of marks. Rest everything is integrated, like, rest everything is integrated. So these 4 months, focus on these 4 subjects, and try revising as much as other possible subjects, like the majors like pathology, biochemistry you cannot get it integrated with any other subject. But other
Yes.
subjects you find them integrated here and there. Like pharmacology, sometimes you get it in medicine. So microbiology as well, I did not touch microbiology, trust me, till today I did not touch. So microbiology, yeah, I did not even open the book for that. So that was integrated in medicine, and that was sufficient. So this is the smart work. Which subjects are like, they are never going, like ENT, optal, they are not, ENT is still integrated, but ophthal you'll never get it like in any other subject. So you have to study ophthal, at least rapid revision. For me, I saw the ophthalmology rapid revision. It did help me, like, it was sufficient. So in this 4 months, you focus on the 4 major subjects which will score you well, and give as much as possible GTs, and don't just give the GTs. You read the explanation of like all the 300 questions. So there you could get revision of 19 subjects which you missed out. So, and that will tell you important topics also, like which we have to focus. So I think that should be sufficient.
Okay, so that was a lot of insight from you. So again, students, it's up to you. You want to follow these instructions or not? But let me remind you, the guidance is given by someone who has scored 214. And now, time for some personal questions about you. What are your plans for future? Have you thought about
to be honest,
giving? Yeah. Go on.
No, you continue. What was the question? Like,
the question was, what are your plans for future? Like apart from this NEET PG, are you planning for NEET PG? What is your dream branch? Like, or you're planning for PLAB or USMLE?
Okay, my dream branch, I don't have any such specific branch, but I would like to take surgery. If I get a chance to get into surgery, I'll obviously take surgery. And my plans as of now, I have nothing. Trust me, I have nothing. All I want to do right now is get into an internship, and then think about what to do next. Like, I'm just relaxing. I'm taking this time to relax. I've put so much effort like in the past 1 year, right? I just want to take time, like some time to relax. So I'm like into my hobbies right now. So I'm not like much about thinking what to do next. So as of now, I have nothing.
So guys, only if you pass this exam, you get this opportunity, or you get this liberty to relax. Okay, so it's very important you grind from this day itself. And I hope all of you pass this examination in December or in the later years. And thank you very much, Dr. Marathi Prathyusha, for being here and guiding the students, for your insights and honest opinions about the things that students personally ask. So thank you very much, and thank you everyone for watching this video. If you found this video useful, leave a like, and if you have any doubts, put down in the comments. And also, if you want to connect with me, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and in the description, I have put down the link of my Telegram channel and Insta page, so you can follow me there as well. Thank you very much. Keep grinding, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.